it's actually relatively common that clinical products precede mechanistic understanding of the exact target or basically disease that they're targeting. And so it's often the case that we end up developing something that is functionally useful as a clinical device, for example, without having the really kind of like nitty gritty evidence of like, this is the individual neural firings that are like coordinating this, and this is how this device works. I mean, we're only now just figuring out how deep brain stimulation for Parkinson's works, and it's been around for 50 years. And so I support pursuing these activities in parallel as a society.
I'll add just that from what I'm hearing and what the state of the field is and how much it's changed in the last 10 years, it seems that there are multiple ways to modulate memory, multiple regions, multiple methods in terms of changing the physiology. And a lot of it is kind of going in an accelerated way before the science maybe has a chance to fully catch up in terms of what's really going on. And so I think, we have an opportunity here to take advantage of these findings where we can modulate memory and pursue them, perhaps in clinical settings, but also in parallel, perhaps in the same opportunities, try to understand what's really going on. Is it sharp wave ripples? Is it, theta gamma coupling? Is it consolidation, retrieval, encoding? What is going on that's allowing this electrical signal to modulate the circuit and the network?
And I think this is also what's exciting about the new crop of neural devices that are being built, is that they have, it's all about closed loop. It's all about neural sensing. And this is going to open up whole new avenues for human research, clinical studies, and it will also accelerate the development of technologies. If you can imagine how fast DBS for Parkinson's would have evolved if they had built in sensing from the very beginning, as opposed to waiting until 2021 to actually release a commercial device for sensing and DBS for Parkinson's. I think we're going to see a shift and an acceleration in the technology development.
And I guess that's why I was so optimistic with my very unrealistic timeline, is because a shift is happening in the, clinical treatment science investigation world, where we're going to have maybe 100,000 patients walking around with sensing devices, right, in their brain, and then several thousand epilepsy patients with hippocampal devices that can record sharp wave ripples, right? We're close to that being a reality here. And so the scientists, I think, could do a lot with that kind of information. Just imagine during sleep, during walking around, navigating, during recalling episodic details of an event that happened earlier in the day. That's why it's so exciting. And I'm, very optimistic about the next 10 years.